The writing on the wall. It was past midnight when Ethan, a quiet 10-year-old, woke up to the sound of heavy footsteps outside his bedroom door. At first he thought it was just his father checking in on him, but the steps were too slow, too deliberate. Ethan stayed perfectly still, his eyes barely open. The door creaked open wider and, in the faint glow of the streetlight outside, he saw a tall figure step into his room. But it wasn't his father. In the man's arms were two lifeless bodies, their heads lolling to the side. It took Ethan only a second to recognize them, his mother and father. His throat tightened, but he forced himself not to scream. The stranger carried them into the room as if they were nothing but dolls and sat them upright in the two chairs across from Ethan's bed. Their glassy eyes reflected the dim light staring at him. The man then pulled something sharp from his pocket. With slow, precise strokes, he began to write on the wall in a dark, sticky liquid. Ethan knew deep in his chest what it was. His parents' blood. Ethan's heart hammered against his ribs. He shut his eyes just enough to appear asleep, praying the intruder wouldn't notice he was awake. The writing on the wall stretched across the paint, messy and dripping. At first Ethan couldn't make out the words. His vision was blurred with tears. Then, as his eyes adjusted, he finally read it. "I know you're awake." Every muscle in his body froze. He wanted to scream, to cry, but he forced himself to remain still. He remembered how his father once told him, "If you're ever in danger, sometimes the best thing you can do is pretend you're not there." So Ethan kept his breathing steady even as he felt tears sliding down his cheeks. The man stood still for a moment, staring at Ethan's sleeping body. Then, with a slow and deliberate motion, he crouched and disappeared from sight. Ethan's stomach turned cold. He realized what had happened. The man had crawled under his bed for what felt like hours. Ethan lay frozen, listening to the sound of faint, irregular breaths beneath him. Every second felt stretched into eternity. He didn't dare move a muscle. He thought about running, but that meant moving his legs, and the man would know instantly. Finally, the faint sound of breathing shifted. A whisper so close to his ear drifted from under the